What up, y'all? Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Savage Armor Jones Giraffe. Welcome to another episode of The Dark Device, where I talk about all your Make It Colony wants, all your Make It Colony needs. But I'm also going to be doing a twofer and also calling this a Haters Guide episode because this is going to be a huge rant that probably not a lot of people are going to agree with or anything else like that. But anyway, let's talk about Ordercolony. On Friday, we did get something of a ban list, an English ban list, that really wasn't that great. It was okay. It kind of sort of gave people what they wanted, but also not really. And also ignoring a lot of stuff that they did that they wanted. But outside of that, it was like, it was a 50-50 good ban list. It was like there was some good things about it, but there was also a lot of bad things about it. It's kind of really hard to explain. But anyway, I wanted to talk about Ordercolony because it did get affected by the premium list, and because of Ruination being the one, in technicality, Ordercolony is dead. Because you can't really do everything that you needed to do in a particular deck because of it. And I would say it will probably be struggling and surviving if Ruination was at 2 instead of 1. But because Ruination is at 1, you lose that whole Persona ride, and it's not going to be as good. And there will literally be no point in trying to fish it out for that particular 1. But I know for a fact that there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be running on Copium actually trying to make that 1 Ruination work. Let's just be real on that. But let me explain, as a person who is a diehard fan of Mega Colony and wanted Mega Colony to strive, and actually hating the one thing that was actually making Mega Colony strive. Alright, here's my thing. So when the deck first came out, I was okay with it. You know what? I was like, this kind of looks kind of creative. It kind of looks dangerous at the same time. I was actually intrigued with them using order cards and stuff like that. But then I was all like, okay, let me look at some gameplay. Let me actually buy some of the cards and try to test out this deck to see like why it's so good and all this other stuff. But as I'm looking at the videos and as I'm gathering some of the cards, because I had like a mass majority of the cards already, like I do play Mega Colony, so I had like a lot of spares on me. And then I also play, also had the books because I was playing them in Dimension Police at one point. Like, long story short, it was somebody's deck list that was using Sim Buster around the time that the Silver Dust set came out, or Silver Blaze, or whatever that set was called. But, and then of course, all I needed was like the Veils, and I needed the Shadow Hounds, and that was it. But anyway, as I was looking at the deck, and I was looking at the gameplay and all this, you know what? I came up to a conclusion. This deck is ass and boring as fuck. Like, I'm gonna just be real with you. This deck was boring as fuck for no apparent reason. This shit is literally just doing Ruination, going to Ghidorah to have that like safe zone protection and stuff like that. Just to hit with like heavy attack power for no apparent reason. And just to hit with numbers. And it's all like, that Ghidorah protection was literally the only reason why that deck exists in the first place. Because let's be real, there's a shit ton of clans out there that hits with heavy numbers too. I mean, you got Dimension Police, you got Spike Brothers, you got Neo Nectars, you kind of sort of got Royals depending on the build, but not really. But you know what I mean by that. You have a lot of clans out there that can hit with heavy numbers, like Bermuda Triangle can hit with heavy numbers and stuff like that. And it's like, you have clans that can already do this, and the only difference is they don't have the type of protection that Empress Ghidorah was giving them. That's literally the only difference between all of those clans in Ordercolony, is that they don't hit heavy numbers like that. And I'm gonna just be real with you. If it was not for Ghidorah, it would have never existed. It's all like, I understand that Ruination needed to get like banned in general, but like, even though it's only hit to 1. I don't think that even at 1, like I said, even at 1, I don't even think the deck will really come back. But I'm gonna just be real with you. It was just tedious to look at. It was boring to look at. It was. I probably would have been bored playing against it too, or you know, bored playing with it as well. And here's my thing. I know when it comes to competitive play in card games, sometimes in fighting games too, or like any game you can play on a competitive level, when it comes to you needing to win, you would go for the most degenerate, most fastest, easiest route that you can think of, where you can completely turn your brain off. Anything that allows you to turn your brain off, be very degenerate in all that, people will go for it. Players will literally take away morals just to get wins with something that they probably don't enjoy. Like, let's be real on that. It's all like, people 9 times out of 10 really do that. This goes for every single card game in existence that people play on a competitive level. So honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not really that type of person though. It's all like, it's not really the whole moral thing. Ditching the morals of trying to play like the card game well or anything else like that. I'm the type of person that I would rather win with something that I enjoy with instead of winning with something I don't enjoy playing with. But I know for a fact not everybody thinks the same way that I do. Not everybody has those type of morals of playing how I play card games or anything else like that. So it is what it is. It really is. At the end of the day. But at the same time, I'm gonna just say with you, like, I'm actually glad that Ordercolony is dead. But at the same time, I'm actually slightly pissed that Ordercolony is dead. And let me explain my reasoning for this. So, like, one of the ban lists that came out like a few years ago, like I think it was 2020 if I remember correctly. Prior to that ban list, one of the clans that was actually causing a shit ton of issues was Neonectar. And this was because of the Katrina stride. And I'm gonna be real with you. As a person who also plays Neonectar, I was slightly pissed that Katrina got banned, but at the same time, not really. And it wasn't the fact that, oh, it was my clan that got hit with like possibly the best card that it would have came out with on a competitive level. It wasn't even for that reason. My reasoning for being pissed about Katrina getting hit was that there were other cards that needed to get hit at that particular time that deserved it, but they completely ignored those cards whatsoever. They ignored those decks whatsoever. It was Ezel at that particular time, which it did get hit, but it didn't get hit hard enough. I don't remember if this was the hit that completely slowed down Ezel, or was that the hit that like Ezel kind of got slowed down, but they still found a way to still become like top tier meta and stuff. I forgot which one it was. And then there was also Gastille. Gastille was another reason too, because I was like, Gastille was one of the most that was one of the most problematic cards at that particular time, and it got a slap on the wrist. Like, same thing with Morfessa. Like, I know like there was a huge debate on whether or not Morfessa deserved to get hit at that particular time or not. But I was also pissed it didn't get hit as well, because it was also causing just as much issues. But out of all those cards that could have got hit, it was fucking Katrina. And I feel like that, well, I don't feel, but I think it was basically the same way with Ordercolony getting hit. You have nightmare dolls that are causing a lot of issues. You have Stunverse that was causing a lot of issues to a lot of people. You have it's all like you have the possibility of like ripples or whatnot that's probably going to cause a lot of issues when that particular thing comes out. But all at the same time, the only thing you hit was Ordercolony. And I was like, as far as that particular reason goes, I'm mad pissed that they only hit Ordercolony and technically gave Nightmare Dolls a slap on the wrist. They got rid of one of the cards, but you know, they didn't get the problematic one that you know for a fact is going to be causing issues still. It's all like they just got slowed down while they just completely killed off Ordercolony and left Stunverse to, you know, actually become like the next big thing and whatnot. So honestly, it all comes down to me not liking that it's the only thing that got hit, but at the same time glad that Ordercolony in general got hit. So that's just me. But overall, I didn't really like the deck. I'm glad that it's dead. I'm glad that anybody who wants to stay with Mega Colony has to show up with like another strategy. And I don't know, man. I knew something was sus when you started seeing like a lot of people who normally don't play Mega Colony started playing it, and Ordercolony was just that good. So it's whatever. And it's not me like, and before I end this, it's not me gatekeeping, because I know like the way I just said that, it sounded like I was gatekeeping just now. Nah, it's not really gatekeeping. It's just, I don't know, man. But it's not. I kid you not. I swear it's not gatekeeping. I shit you not. It's not gatekeeping. But anyway, overall, it is what it is. I'm glad that I can actually see different Mega Colony builds for once, in hope that like, even though Mega Colony won't be tier 1, at least hopefully it'll be like tier 1.5, or at least have some relevance, and I still see people topping with it. But with all that being said, my name is Mrs. Zoo Nation, aka Salvatore Jones Giraffa, signing out.